Time for summer. A new kind of flip-flops are hitting the market, letting you step and sip. You see, they have a secret compartment, presumably to hold liquids such as alcohol. It could be a secret stash spot for teenagers, or worse, a tool for terrorists. Peter Thorne takes a look now in tonight's FactFinders report.
After this weekend's Kennedy Airport terror scare, officials called it a sobering reminder that plots continue, threats change, and New York City remains in the target zone. Now, something new that's caught the eye of the Homeland Security Department. We'll show you what it is and tell you what they and others told FactFinders about it.
Could this flickering X-ray image of these simple, ordinary sandals be an up-close look at a new post-9/11 security risk? Could just wearing these lightweight flip-flops through an airport security checkpoint on your way to or from that summer vacation getaway walk you into an unexpected security breach?
Well, I mean, obviously their design is not to foment an act of terror, but could they be used to smuggle some flammable or explosive chemical? Absolutely they could.
Turns out Homeland Security is already aware of these kinds of shoes, and we'll tell you what they have to say about them in a second. But first, remember this guy? Richard Reed, the notorious would-be shoe bomber, changed security rules at our nation's airports. Now, could these new sandals from a company called Reef change it all again? FactFinders showed some tape of the shoes at a security checkpoint to David Katz, former federal agent, now an in-demand New York City security consultant and anti-terror expert.
As far as X-ray equipment, that doesn't detect liquid. It's not going to. They may see a hollowed-out area. A sharp screener might, depending on how it's built and such, but it could easily get through.
But Katz points out there is one glaring warning sign built right into the shoe that he says any competent screener should catch. It's something we'll show you, too, in a second.
The model name for these flip-flops is dram, a common term used for a shot of alcohol, and that's what each sandal can hold, a few ounces of alcohol or any other liquid. There's even a small funnel attached to help you easily fill them up.
Now, the security question. Because the shoes contain a built-in false bottom, what if you're not a vacationer, not a beachgoer, but you are an evildoer, intent on filling up these flip-flops not with alcohol, but with something far more sinister, like smuggling a liquid explosive, similar to what suspected British terror plotters are accused of trying to sneak onto airplanes in 2006. That plot to destroy planes disrupted, but so was air travel for days. The lingering effect still felt. New rules about how much liquid you can bring onto a plane. So FactFinders put these sandals to the test. We walk them through a metal detector, one empty, one full of water. The shoes pass through unnoticed. They're mostly made of plastic, so not a complete surprise. But would they pass the X-ray test? We ran them through. Can you tell that one is empty and the other full of liquid? The only real warning sign for an alert security screener, these little blue spots. That's where the cap goes to seal the shoes.
Any TSA screener should pick this up in about a second and a half. But if they were to design these without the obvious nozzle, that could pose a problem. You know, my professional assessment is something like this is far too obvious to really be seriously used by terrorists.
But as this past weekend's scare at Kennedy proves, security measures are challenged every day, with terror plotters constantly probing for weaknesses. So FactFinders asked the Transportation Security Administration what they thought about the shoes. They told us, quote, "We are well aware of these flip-flops and their hidden containers. It's not a security concern because all shoes are screened for the presence of explosives. Travelers wearing these flip-flops are required to dispose of the liquid contents before the security checkpoint."
FactFinders made repeated efforts to contact Reef, the company which markets the shoes, in order to learn more about the product and hear firsthand their point of view. We were not able to schedule an interview. If you want to see this story again, please visit our website, CW11.com.